up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ready up.
58 for Mike.
Switch.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it with Henry on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Henry running right. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, let's get there. Jim. He's crashing.
6'6", pull it high. 5.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gator.
Check 24. Check 24.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch twins.
Shoot.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Now Tannehill, caught here by Bell, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense. players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Focus, defense, focus.
Rodgers going to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
From the 38, Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, Couldn't turn it into much more.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Back one. Wide. Get wide. 54 is Mike.
Hey, take 26.
54. Watch 54. Time to go. Night. Mike's 54.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
All day.
Hey, I-7.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Free ball. Big ass. Tight go. Check.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 7-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try the right side with Henry. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On the set. Yeah. Mike's 58 right there. Oh, you get on the head. Oh, you get on the Undercross. Shoot. Check your hot read. 1, 6, 4, 3.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
We got to step it up. Check, check. Check your backer, check your backer.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Blue 58.
54. Mike, 54. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
First down carry for Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's easy work.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Pick that, pick that.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Alert flare, flare. Check 31, check 31. Check 3, check 3.
Here's Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Henry. Space to run past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes the score 21-0. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers throwing again. And going deep for Hill. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Intended for Jeremy Smith. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
All day, dog.
Again, it's Jones. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
It's our time. It's our time.
1st and 10.
Rodgers now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Mike 29. Let's go one more. 29 is the Mike.
Hey, exit.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On first down, Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I got you. Check safety.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll look to throw here on first down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Succop. And it is 28-0.
28, Packers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
258. Inside.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Hey, orbit.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Here it comes. Here it comes. 29.
258.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, he gets this to Devontae Adams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With it is Jackson. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. They come out here in the eye.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
3rd down and 9.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
29 is the mic.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it again with Henry. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Get up!
Throwing is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, Alpha!
Here's Rodgers, operating from the gun. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Come on. You better bring it.
Now a give, right side. Moss. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moss. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Blue 58.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Slam, slam, slam. Monk's 56.
I got it.
The 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Any weapon. Kill.
Now a give, right side. It's Henry. Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
I'm coming after you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. A gain of 6 there on first.
Number 14. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
258. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Check 55 to Mike.
Bravo.
From the 24, Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
50.
29 is Mike. Mike 29.
Shift.
Man. Say.
White left. Hey, 88.
One final try now for Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Titans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.